Hi Stitch Squad! Today I'm going to be showing you how I made these pants, the cutting process actually, how the cutting process was. And the first thing you want to do is to lay your fabric on your cutting table. Make sure it is on fold so you can cut two panels at the same time. Then you go ahead to measure out your hip point, your crotch point, and the length of your pant. Remember, this pant has a turn up, and we're going to be adding 7 more inches for the turn up. So go ahead and have your horizontal measurements drafted already. Like make the lines shown, connect the dots for your hip, for your crotch, and for your the hem, the length of the pant. Then take out the hip measurement on the waistline, on the hip line, and on the crotch line. Then connect the dots by creating a straight line on those points. Then take out 3 inches from the crotch line and extend it with a cuff like that. Go ahead to measure what you have on the crotch line. Then take out 1 inch from both sides. Then connect the dots from the base to your crotch line on either side. Once you have done that, it's time to cut. But because we have a turn up, we have to fold this fabric at the point where we have added the extra 7 inches. We have to fold it and then cut so that we can have the accurate cutting. The fold up is going to go back up, so we don't want to have it shorter than the main length at that point when it is folded later. You'd see what I'm talking about. Now, I had to go ahead to use a sharper scissors there because now we have four fabrics folded at that point. So you go ahead to cut it all the way. After cutting, you can bring out the part that was folded in. You'd see a slight slant. You'd notice that it is a bit slanted. Then you can notch the part where it's supposed to be the hem. Do you understand? So notch it so that when you're sewing, you can determine exactly where it is. Okay, and I'd also recommend that you iron out this part before you start sewing. So the next thing you have to do is to use one panel of the front panels, one part of the front panels to measure out your back panel. And then remember what I said earlier, you must have your fabric on fold. So from the crotch area, you extend it by another 3 inches, and then the other part of the waist and hip, you extend it by 2 inches each, right? So from the top of it, you extend it by an inch and connect that to the waistline on the other side. Then connect the dots and make your curve as well. Now for the base of the pant, you increase that by 2 inches as well, right? So go ahead and increase it by 2 inches. Then you connect the base to the crotch line as well on that part. Then the next thing you want to do is to cut it out. So after cutting the front and the back panels, what you want to do is cut out your pockets. And for pockets, I measure out 6 inches on fold and then 10 inches for the length. Okay, so on fold I have 6 inches and then 10 inches for the length. Then I cut that out. Also, you want to cut out your waist, and for this waist, you take your fabric, place it on fold, then you fold it in 2 ways actually. Once you have your fabric on fold initially, that would go around your waist, then you fold it once again and take out a measurement of 2.5 inches. I took out 2.5 inches because I'm going to be using a 2-inch elastic, right? So half inch is going to be for the sewing allowance. So you cut it out as I am doing, right? 2.5 inches and cut it out like that. So here are the panels that we have. That's the band, the pockets, and then the front and back panels. So we're going to go ahead to sew, and after sewing, this is what we have. After sewing, that's the pockets. Then see the part I mentioned I was going to show you. See how lovely this looks. So you have, I really recommend that you have it ironed before you start sewing so that it's placed right. Okay, this is how it looks like on the mannequin, and then this is how it looks like on me. Isn't this beautiful? All right, so this is the end of the video. This is the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching. Stitch Squads. See you in my next video. Bye.